Alright, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we have another ACW battle on the recent update to the mod. By the time this video comes out, I believe it will be about a week since the update happened. This is our first battle that we had on it. On the Confederate side, we have myself, Chaotic Battles, and Voiceful Moth. I'm playing as the new kind of... I don't really want to call it a siege corps because I think it was more of a coastal forces division. I'm not 100% sure, but they have siege guns, so the new Confederate siege corps. Then Chaotic is playing the right wing, Longstreet's wing from the Antietam, 1862, and left wing, Jackson's wing, is Voiceful Moth here on the left side. All of the armies on the Confederate side are from the new armies added in for the 1862 armies. And then on the Union side, we had, I believe this was Garden Variety Socialist. I think it's Finnish Man in the Discord. He was playing the new Antietam 6th Corps. We had Stella here in the center. She was playing 4th and 5th Corps from 1862. And then the only 63 army we had was the 1863 2nd Corps, played by Head to Dead on the Union left. So other than that, we'll go ahead and get started. All you really missed so far is just troops moving forward, start to see each other. And things are kind of really starting to kick off with artillery as well as first engagements here on the left side of the woods.
Few little skirmishes between cavalry
Yeah.
and skirmishes. And some line infantry, actually, surprisingly.
Yeah, they already managed to get their line infantry like up here for 6th Corps, like.
Well, this map is obviously a small map though, by the looks of it.
It is. From the direction we're doing it, the B-side variant, from deployment to deployment, it's kind of not really a very long map, kind of short. The A variant is a little bit longer if you go the normal way, but yeah.
And 38 people in that cav unit though, that should be quite helpful, because hopefully that unit will come back.
Most
Only a few
likely, I
losses.
think they do, but I also kind of think they like
Actually, they
immediately
might
route
not.
again. They are near the
They're
border.
on the border of the map. They can
Yeah.
just walk off. The moment one of them exits the map, they're completely gone. Like, how close are they to that border? Like, oh
Right
god,
here.
that's
Yeah.
horrible. Yeah, they're gone. They ain't coming back.
Goodbye, boys. You tried.
Oh no, they came back just now.
Oh, they did.
You hear the horns. You hear the.
Look at them.
Immediately sprints him up. Oh no, yeah, is he gonna sprint him out of there or not? No, yeah, he's gonna move him out hopefully. However, on the right flank as well, you see a lot of action going on in that mini map in the woods. A lot of units pushing up.
Yeah. The skirmishers over here had his skirms ran into. Oh no, this is actually his front line. Holy shit.
Frontline troops.
Yeah, his front line got there quick, but they ran into Head to Dead's cavalry, who also ran into my artillery.
That's what you want to do now that the Confederates have siege artillery as well.
I know. Both sides have the big boom guns, and that's fun.
Yeah, everyone seems to be rushing up their troops, so trying to get up there as quick as possible.
Well, at first I was curious about that when we were playing, but then I kind of realized, like, you know, we've got all the points basically starting right here, which means they had to come forward to here in order to try and get luck.
Well, they could always try to play the long game with Union. They do have better artillery. They could bombard you, show you guys a little bit.
Yeah, but we had a very good place for the artillery with that hill and with the river to protect it. There's only 2 crossing points, and if they tried to go across, they would have, you know, run into my troops in the back that were meant for counter.
Yeah, well, it looks like your plan is to just sit there, hold that wood line, surround them with artillery by the looks of it.
For the most part, yeah.
Push them out of those trees.
So I took all 36 of mine and Chaotic's guns, and most of them were these siege guns. So we could shoot all the way out to about their 2 point with most of our guns.
And then
He's
the ones that couldn't, you decide to sit back and let them rest.
yeah. Um,
Actually, no, you push them up as well. Like that
the
howitzer.
this howitzer sits here. It does get broken, but it comes back. And then I didn't realize actually that the 32-pound howitzer couldn't move, so I kind of fucked up and had them further back than they should have been. I could have put them up like right about here, and that would have been
Well,
much
if you were
better.
driven back up the hill, they might have been useful.
They have such a
But
short range. It's just like they can only hit out to like here from where they're at.
yeah,
So I wanted to move them closer, but oh well. Boo hoo.
mistakes were made.
Exactly.
That's common when Olympia plays.
Uh, can be. Now, the biggest downside I will say to this right wing that Chaotic took, they have amazing stats. Like their accuracy is absolutely crazy. A lot of 30 plus accuracy units. Pretty solid morale and melee stats on a lot of them as well. Only problem, I think he said he had like 3 units that were over 150, maybe 4, something like that. But he had very,
Oh.
very small lines. Yeah, like there's 5
In
that I
fact,
found.
I'd say the minimum size line I want to bring for my main unit, the minimum that I would bring would be 150 people within a unit. If
Yeah,
that unit is below 150, they have to at least have decent stats. But also, if they're below 150, they'll most likely just be a quick cash splash because I've got barely any money left.
yeah, he's got 5 or 6 regiments that are over 150, and that's it. All the rest of them are between like 60 and 140.
Yeah. I'm surprised you guys haven't advanced up into the center yet, actually. Like, that looks like a good position to move, even though I do see units advancing.
He is bringing some out here to try and flank this, but honestly, we were kind of trying to avoid this center while Stella's party was right here. Because she
However, it
did
seems to
bring
be
it up
breaking.
right into line with this. And yeah, I did focus it down immediately. That's one of the reasons that a lot of my artillery stopped shooting over here and on the wooded area as well. Because they started asking me to focus arty. So these all kind of break here in just a moment, and it's gone.
That's unlucky. Again, without their artillery as well, the moment you start focusing it, I'm pretty sure their artillery was defeated after a while. Which will obviously lead to them losing, as artillery is very important. I've experienced no artillery, and I've complained about it because you have to push into a situation that you don't want to push into.
Yep.
You basically can dictate what people do and what people don't. Which is actually quite fun, to be fair, when you do have the artillery. But, yeah.
Second Corps making some ballsy moves right here to try and push right up in the face of this right wing. And honestly, it's one of those things where if he had... I don't know the Second Corps builds well enough, so I honestly can't tell if he does. But if he has enough melee, I honestly think his better plan here would have just been to melee them. Because while they have decent stats, these units are so fucking small, they would have been shattered in melee.
Yeah, true.
Especially from a 63 army on the Confederate or on the Union side, they're a little better. I mean, they're so much bigger,
Ooh.
just so much bigger.
That's a lot of troops coming out from those woods, though.
Yeah.
Your cheeky
Oh,
outflank is already being returned. Yeah, I just noticed.
look at that! Already broke one.
Yeah. God. Yeah, well, that's what you call unlucky. Well,
This
no,
whole
not lucky. That's lucky. What am I saying?
this whole exchange here of them moving into each other, Stella trying to come out to help extend this flank, and then me pushing forward to kind of counter Stella. Like, we all just kind of played chess back and forth here for a minute as we kept trying to push each other's flank farther and farther out.
Yeah. I
But
am
look
a
at
bit
this.
surprised your troops haven't advanced up yet. I'm surprised you haven't tried to advance up and overload them once their troops are all locked in combat.
I actually had Chaotic pull back a bit because I have, at this point, melted most of Stella's artillery. So now I started focusing the arty on these piles of meat that are coming out. So I had him back up a bit, and then I come out to right about here.
Yeah.
That way we're at a
You
safe
just
distance from our arty.
Yeah, so you don't destroy it, yeah. Everyone's using the cover, everyone's forming up
Yeah,
lines.
look at
It's
second
starting to
corps
calm
had to
down.
completely pull out of the woods basically, and it was just like, nope, never mind.
Yeah.
Now this I didn't agree with. I told Chaotic that uh, I thought he should just kind of sit where he was on this side, but he decided to push up. I thought we should have let the artillery do more legwork, especially because we can't take the losses on this side. Like his numbers are so small, we cannot lose men.
Yeah. It worked out in the end, though, by the looks of things. Oh, juicy hits.
Some of these volleys that go off here are just absolutely crazy.
That looks lovely. That angle, the left and the right. Ooh. Looks really lovely. I love the look of this game. The mod is amazing, I have to say. Even though I may not have played it for like a month, but we don't talk about that. I should really be getting back into it.
Oh my god, those volleys ripping across.
I'm looking at those men, those poor dudes that are like on the other side of the fence, must be screaming to their allies, move to the side a bit, let me be on the defensive side. I don't want to be shot.
The artillery coming over the top and everything. You can see that second corps regiment trying to break in the background.
It's actually. Yeah, I see its morale.
Dead men scattered about. See? Stella was originally coming, it looked like she was coming across the entire fence line, but as I started pushing out, she had to curl this side. And now
Yeah,
I
she was
kind
like,
of
screw that.
counter this by just
You've
kind
got
of
the
wrapping out
advantage.
here. And 6th Corps does start trying to extend over, which is why they put troops down over here. They start trying to move troops back behind them, too.
Yeah.
But we do have a little bit of time where we get to kind of just sit on the flank of 4th and 5th, as well as 2nd Corps.
Yeah, you just get to bombard them, pepper them down. Basically be dicks. Yeah, the battle seems to be evening out. Everyone's forming their battle lines. It comes down to who breaks first. Who has the first unit collapse, who has a position break, and that's the big
Oof.
Ooh. We both loved that, didn't we?
Right.
Overall reaction. Ooh, oof. The left flank seems to be quite quiet though as well. It seems to be a lot more
It
intense.
is. One of
However,
our one of our biggest mistakes is Chaotic and I both kind of just told Voiceful to like chill here, because as long as 6th Corps wasn't moving, we're like, look, as long as they're not moving, fuck it, that's fine. But we should have told him to take like these guys right here and move them this way to help.
His artillery's exposed. Why is his artillery on the front line without any units to his right?
know.
There's no units to his right.
I asked him to move that, and his response was, I'll move it when I retreat. And then it gets blown up here in a second, and I'm like, eh.
I don't think it gets blown up. Pretty sure it's going to get shot at as well.
It gets routed. It gets routed in a minute. It's...
Yeah. No, I think its biggest issue is it's out in the open. It's also right in front of line infantry.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to protect it, as there's nothing to its right, so like...
it just wasn't the best position. I was like, we should move that.
What I said they could do. They're peeling off skirmishers towards that angle. It's wide open, exposed, and it's just a big issue.
Mm-hmm. No, see, there's the explosions coming in. Chaotic started breaking a little bit in his center because, again, 101 man unit here.
Yeah.
101 man unit. 105. They're so small.
They're holding. So
oh yeah, no, they have amazing morale, but yeah, so I had to tell him to pull back because he was taking too many casualties with as small as his lines are. Like, this one only has 9 losses now, but that's like almost 10% of its guys.
Oh, actually, yeah, when you say it like that. I will say though, if I was them, the Union, I would have actually started advancing into those breaking lines where those gaps are holding.
Yeah, I can see why you would suggest that for sure. I mean, I still think that one of their best chances, just in general, would have been to melee these lines. early
No,
in the
that's why I'd
game when they're
advance.
in good
I'd
condition.
advance
Yeah,
up, shoot,
exactly.
volley in charge.
I think that would
So
be best
if
plan.
you form up men in front of them, get the volley off before you charge. That can sometimes be more effective for morale damage before you reach the charge because
Yeah,
they've just been volleyed.
because that close range volley is brutal.
Yeah, so you have less alive. You still get the charge bonus, which kills quite a few as well. And they've also got a lack of artillery, so them sitting here, firing into the dirt now, nonetheless. Some of their units are firing into the
Yeah,
dirt.
I mean, a lot of these guys here in the center do start kind of firing into the dirt.
I would advance up, peel off like advance up onto that wood position as well. Like peel off a few units, like push chaotic back and you back, and target that wood position. You could actually cut them off now. There is a space for you to start pushing back that tree position.
Yep, but at the same time, this was set up in a way that they could shoot out this way, and these guys were all falling back to the rear of these woods, so they were all more or less still in line with each other. There was just a gap here, and they wouldn't have been able to force their way into this gap in time. Not in a safe manner, at least.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the point where I told Chaotic to retreat, and I put all of my cannons like right here on the second corps guys that were still in the woods, and I was like, I'm gonna give you the most covered retreat you've ever seen, and I just lit the woods up with artillery.
Surprisingly, the enemy haven't advanced up though. The
No,
trees
I
would give them
know.
more cover.
I was thinking that too, because like I said, I can shoot all the way to about the 2 point on their side. So it's not like they were safe here.
Yeah. It's got to see the Union actually firing a firefight though. Usually the Union's more aggressive at melee. No, I got no.
I was about to say,
The
I was like, wait a
Confederates.
second.
I said the wrong two. No, the Confederates are usually more aggressive. Don't mind me getting them confused. That was just a silly mistake.
We
Um,
have this one right here and this one right here. That's about the extent of their arty that's left. I do think they actually have one. Yeah, they have one right here, but maybe one or two right here.
yeah.
Yeah, there it is. I knew they had a second one over here somewhere. So they
Yeah.
have 4 of their original, like, 12 artillery regiments. But yeah, that's from the 32-pound howitzer started going to work right here.
That's honestly brutal.
And between getting shot down from I had the elevation, as well as the artillery, it's just brutal.
You also outlined them right there on that flank.
Yeah, on this flank, yeah.
However, that unit on that far right, on the far part of that flank, is getting shot by skirmishers, which wasn't very good. I would have pulled that unit back and started shooting
but I
the
mean,
skirmishers.
it's taken 20 losses, and poor left wing is already moving to deal with.
True. I didn't actually notice that left wing unit moving, so...
I just remembered from the actual battle that as soon as the skirmishers turned around to start shooting me, left wing was like, you want me to deal with that? And I was like, yeah, if you would, please.
Fair enough. Honestly, I don't blame you.
Here. See, 6th Corps started moving these guys out behind the kind of safety net they had formed. And these guys come out to try and help the center. That's why, like I said, we should have taken these guys over here from the right side of left wing and brought them over as well. If we had brought them into like right here and filled in this gap as well, I think we could have had a much easier time in the center.
Yeah. Well.
Oof. Oh, hello.
Your men aren't even firing now on that left part.
No.
You needed to advance them slightly. They're taking losses but not shooting. Hey, they not reacted to those skirmishers getting shot then? They just abandoned those skirmishers to get shot.
Yeah, I think they did just kind of like let them die.
Oh yeah. Actually turn the skirmishers around.
I turned all of my arty on these guys coming across.
Ooh. Yeah.
Look at all those explosions in the air. Jesus. Oh,
Ooh. Some brutal hits though. Those are really good hits. Yeah. I will say again, you guys probably should have pushed on that left map. If the left flank is starting to divert troops. If you look on the mini map, the left flank is starting to push troops
I
more and more
know.
left.
Like I said, that was our biggest tactical mistake in this one for sure. Is Chaotic and I both were like, no, just chill over there, you know. And then nobody saw this happening. I think Voiceful was like sitting here dealing with this, and I was trying to manage the artillery while dealing with this line.
Mm.
Chaotic was dealing all of his infantry. We just did not realize that he was shifting units over. And if we had had left wing do the same thing, it would have made our lives so much easier.
Because let me guess, you get overrun. Yeah.
Not really. The artillery does the work. It does exactly what you would want them to do. It stops them from pushing too close because they know the closer they get, the more and more brutal it's going to get. So it was, we started to lose the center for sure, but they weren't able to like push us all the way back and overrun us completely because they couldn't deal with the arty.
Yeah.
And they didn't have enough artillery left to try and counter artillery either. Look at that. I mean, artillery hit to almost break them, and then 3 lines fire on them, and they're gone.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
all of that artillery. There's so many of them.
One thing I can't get over with this ACW mod is the sounds of the artillery as it's flying overhead. It's not like vanilla
That whistling, the...
sound. Yeah.
I cannot whistle to save my life, so I'm not going to. But
Can you not
that...
still?
No, I've never been able to. I don't know why, but I actually legitimately cannot whistle.
I got noise suppression on, so you can't hear me whistling. But anyway, I can
Yeah.
whistle.
Um...
I can breathe in and whistle, so I could whistle infinitely if I wanted to.
I'm jealous. Anyways, but no, I know what you mean. The sounds in the mod, like across the board, the gun sounds are great. The explosion of the cannons, the shot out of the cannons, the whistling
The
of the
hiss.
yeah, the hiss whistle whatever overhead is just they did such a good job on the sounds for the mod for sure.
Yeah. Oh, did you just see that cannon just go over
Yeah,
the
it
screen?
did. That one was a little bit of a miss shot, I think.
Yeah.
Someone aimed a little
Union
too
troops.
high on that cannon.
Yeah, Union troops are taking heavy losses though.
Oh yeah, I mean all this artillery fire on the
Your left
center of their
flank has
line.
not even reacted though. Your left flank hasn't even really reacted to the change.
No, I know. But to be fair, I think at this point we had started to notice what was going on, but I told them that I didn't think we needed them to really move over here so much as just like meet Sixth Corps. Like, and again, that was another mistake. But you know, with all the artillery we had on them,
Yeah.
I was kind of confident in our ability to hold them back.
Well, again, mistakes are made every now and then. You're starting to pull back if you guys just notice what's going on.
It's not that we
Oh,
just
yeah,
noticed, it's that we kind of just realized that we're not going to be able to sustain this position.
They've actually broke a hole through your line. You and the
Yeah.
left flank have been split up. They've broken a hole.
But they sacrificed like half of this corps to do it because they brought these 3 regiments over here, well 4, and they've got 3 sitting behind the wall there. They've got almost nothing left in the woods. And left wing starts to take advantage of that. Like right now, they're pushing straight forward through the woods now. And then there's going to be a short but epic woods conflict, at which point Garden Variety Socialist rage quits after he gets smacked.
Was he actually?
Yeah, he admitted afterwards. He apologized for it. You know, he was basically out when it happened, more or less, but he apologized about it afterwards. But he was like, I have to admit, I don't think I've ever raged that hard at a Total War game. He said that just that made me so angry. I was like, no, I get it. It happens sometimes.
Understandable.
But he has a melee here that does not go his way, that he very much did not agree with. And It was
Yeah.
just over after that.
It ought to be called frustration in the human world.
Exactly.
Ah, pain.
See, like at the moment, it's basically just me and the very left side of Chaotic's army holding off like all of fourth and fifth corps, a little bit of second corps, and a little bit of sixth corps. And I have the least infantry out of everyone on the
Yeah,
field
but the thing
because
is,
I
right,
took
all
so
you have
many
to do is sit
guns.
there. If they push, they have to be careful about pushing you, though. If they push you too hard, they're gonna lose.
Yeah, because
They
they
don't
are
want that.
also on the low side of a hill right now, and since my guns are
Yeah.
up on a hill, it's actually helping them. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of the siege weapons actually explode so high that only a couple of people get hit down low. If they step forward up to
Yeah.
here, they're going to be up higher, and it will affect more people. The closer they get and the higher the terrain they're on, the more and more it's going to hurt them.
Yeah.
And obviously, they can't push across the river because if they push across the river, they'll just have to go single file line through the 2 choke points and just get fucking massacred.
Yeah, and also now they've got to deal with the issues of their flanks being outnumbered, blah blah blah, everything. Everyone's just going
I
through a lot
actually
of
think they
pain.
have numbers on us still. Like, balance of power is still relatively even. I think it goes towards us just a little. It looks like, but it's still relatively even.
Yeah.
We've taken out more support pieces of theirs, but we have significantly less infantry still.
Again, you got the artillery superiority.
Yeah, and this field just became like a kill zone. I mean, just bodies scattered everywhere across the field here. On the railways. Out here. So many dead husbands, fathers, sons, brothers.
Nah, man, the Confederates don't matter.
Anyways, back to the slaughter.
Yeah. That left flank's actually been curved in though. The thing is, right, they've evened it out. They've actually managed to like. I feel like if I was a left flank player right now, I'd be hyper aggressive and push.
Oh yeah, we told him to basically just push straight through him. And he was like, how straight through him? We were like straight through him. We're basically like volley and then charge. These are some of his small lines actually. Not that bad. But 90, 155, 78, 127, 100.
Small
Oh,
arms.
205. He has one over 200. There we go. He's got one chunky boy.
Honestly, kind of funny looking at it.
Right here. We're forcing them back here because they have no choice. The artillery is absolutely shitting on their morale. So they pull back in the woods
The
and
battle
or in
looks
the
like
center.
the battle's still not over though. Like the battle's
No,
past
no, no.
even. They're actually pushing you guys back right
And
now.
then, oh god, I just saw some dude get ragdolled across the screen. This dude
I see that.
is charging forward into,
If I was them, actually, you see those you see like where you got 2 units currently in between you and your left flank, like from your perspective.
yeah.
I would actually advance up through that and try create a hole because right now they're just sitting back. They could actually advance through that and start pressuring.
If they do, it's not, the hole is not as big as it looks on the map. And
Oh.
if they do push through that, they'll be facing like a perfect firing range for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different artillery pieces
get
and
that.
the 3 regiments that are coming over there. See, they pushed back into the woods, and this is what I'm saying. Second Corps should have done this from the beginning, gone point blank with their numbers, and just
Yeah.
shred
Chaotic
them
actually
like
trying the break. I forgot
yeah.
who won. Actually, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me,
Yeah.
don't tell me.
You'll find out. We'll find out, because I'm actually not 100% sure. Because a lot of the armies were hidden from both sides at the end, so we think we know, but we're not positive. So this will be a good way to find out.
Oh, this game just looks so good. It's amazing. I love it. The
I know.
sounds, everything.
Oh my god, like... when those cannons hit, man. I love it.
It's horrible.
Oh no, okay. This is when I put all of my guns on this side and told Chaotic to retreat. Yep, there we go.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the best thing for Chaotic to do. Just retreat, get out of there, be safe.
Yep, I mean, we still have, a good bit of time at this point, so I would say it's, still a very easy, viable win.
Yeah.
We just need to let the
Obviously.
artillery do some legwork and get out of there. Oof. Start trying to push back forward in the center again here. And see,
Yeah.
6th Corps had to basically pull off and pull, like, still have one over here, but had to pull the vast majority of their troops
Dwindled.
back over
It looks
here.
so dwindled in that center. Yeah, it's kind of gone back to what it was.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're pulling back a bit as well. Just getting ready.
Oh yeah, I'm using the high part of the hill still, and as soon as I saw them move forward, I switched the artillery back here. I was like, get fucked. You don't understand, like, basically from this point to the end of the game, I was just, like, glued to the artillery, hot swapping it to every single target that needed to be focused down in order to try and give us a chance, because everyone was, like, calling for artillery support. I felt like I really should have just been playing Artillery Commander Sim, because I was basically just chaotic and voiceful, like, I need artillery here if I'm going to survive. Hey, I'm going to lose this point if I don't get artillery. I'm like, dude, calm down. Like, I'm doing it.
Well, you guys have to heal. You're holding. Actually, that does not look fun to run into where they're pushing into now, though, because your artillery. Actually, your units need to be breaking. If I was you, I'd be pulling back. Oh no, because they got the points. They can win. They can win. They just have to hold.
These guys coming up. These guys are moving again. Chaotic was pushing his guys up, and I pulled some of my guys back to take some space out. These first Florida being here was okay for a while, but they get out of range for after a minute because they're bucking ball. And so I swapped them with one of Chaotic's units.
You seem to be buckling though, like really buckling. Look how spread thin your lines are. You're not super thick anymore.
We were never really super thick. I especially was never really super thick.
No, like it's gotten worse.
Yeah.
You're having to go from 3-man thick to some 1 to 2-man thick now. Like you're fully spreading out your lines. Yeah, look, they're just advancing. It really looks bleak for you right now.
Yeah, it's not our greatest hour at the moment. Not our best hour of the day, for sure. We're getting some good focuses here, though. Some good casualties coming down on these guys. 2nd Corps is cracking in the center. 4th and 5th Corps is still struggling as well. They pull off an obscene number of troops in order to deal with just these two. 5 regiments for 2. On the other hand, look at all these chevrons. 2 gained, 3 gained, 1 gained, 2 gained. Artillery's doing work, baby. Has the melee started here yet? Not quite, but they are right in each other's faces.
Yeah.
They are basically breathing down each other's neck. Like right here, especially.
I have a prediction, Olympia. You guys lost this battle.
It's tight. It's tight.
It does not look tight right now. It really looks like you guys are about to lose this because of this buff thing that's in it. This is when I'll be like, oh shit, I'm about to die.
Yeah, I had
Because
chaotic
look at
panic.
that.
Yeah, I had chaotic panicking in my ear the whole time. That didn't help. So.
Yeah, I'll be
But-
the exact same. I'll be like, pull. Just
You
run,
and
just run.
chaotic are the nervous Nellies in my ear every single time we play those. I mean, I swear to God, I was playing a match with chaotic as my partner once, and the balance of power was like 3/4 ours, and we had like almost twice as many units on the field as they did. And he was like, "Oh shit, dude, I need your help right now, or we're gonna lose this battle." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? It's almost impossible for us to lose this battle at this point."
Yeah.
Now see, this is not a good. This is definitely our darkest hour, right about here.
Are you pulling back across just to hold the choke point along the river so they can't get to your RT now?
No, chaotic stops up right about here and holds.
Yeah.
We kind of look at it and realize we have 17 minutes. We need to hold a line, let the RD do work, and left wing is starting an absolutely ferocious melee battle. Broke the 5th main.
Hmm.
We broke the 5th main already. The 31st Virginia. Go, boys! Go!
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the 7th main is going to go down as well. Yeah, 7th main is going to go down as well.
Oh yeah, you guys are breaking. You're buckling. Nah, this looks like it's over. The funny thing is, right, you still have like 15 minutes left,
Yep.
and it really looks like it's over.
And you know me, I'm a play to the last minute kind of person.
Alright.
Alright. And in just a moment, things are going to start going very, very right for the Confederacy. Not something you ever wanted to say. But, you know.
You're Texan, Olympia, admit it.
I mean,
You
yeah,
wanted
I'm
to say
Texan,
that.
but I was born in 1996, not in 1866, okay?
Nah, we all know.
I know that was still like a year after the Civil War ended, but, you know, 66 was just the first one that popped into my head, so, you know, whatever. Also, I feel like they were probably still pretty Confederate bound just a year after the war ended.
Yeah. Well, honestly, so let me guess. This left flank will buckle, and you guys will start to collapse on their other flank, and there'll be a fighting retreat, and you guys barely win. That's
Like I
pure guess
said,
by no one. I have not seen this battle.
yeah,
Like to anyone, I have not seen this.
this gets crazy. It's an ending where, like I said, both sides were kind of like we were pretty sure we knew the answer about who won, but both sides were like, we couldn't really see all of your armies, so we're not positive. So like I said, it's really going to be interesting to watch back this battle and see the end and actually get the answer. Now, see, this looks awful for us because left wing took massive losses here.
Ow. And you say you're about to win? Ow.
I said it's about to go
Stop the
very, very
cap.
good for the Confederacy. I didn't say we were about to win. I said it's about to go very good for the Confederacy.
It does not look it. You just had half its army break.
Yeah, that being said, also, remember how you were talking about trying to push the push us. And how I was saying that this right here, like this is where they would have ended up if they tried to split me and left wing. And look at the artillery firing down their line. Literally firing straight down their sides. The fucking howitzers are hitting right here. Look at that. That thing just dissolved. Look at these guys. That's like 2 howitzer hits, and these guys are just fucked. They're gone.
Yeah. Ow. So I guess you start breaking their units, and then it becomes a lot more even. Also, it looks like most of your units came back. Like, you had a lot of those broken units.
I did have a lot of my broken units come back, because that was my first break for a lot of them. So, I did get most of them back, I believe.
Does your left flank break, though, fully? Like, honestly, it looks like it's about to break. Actually, no. It's hard to tell. Your left flank seems like it's about to break.
It's finally overwhelmed these guys out in the exterior, because this 20th New York it was massive. 550 fucking men. But it's finally breaking because it's tired.
Not even half of them are dead. Not even half of
them
are
dead. Yeah, it is. That's 20 more than half. 275 is half. 275 is half of 550.
I thought it was 500.
No, 550 men, yeah.
Yeah.
That 14 North Carolina finally took him out.
Yeah, took a while.
But I think that right there, yep. That right there was when he rage quit, because you can see the AI immediately starts to pull back from this fight.
Yeah.
He raged after the loss of the 20th New York. To be fair, after the loss of the 20th New York, most of his regiments were significantly more beat up, tired, and tiny. So
you can see the type of telling like how much he's outnumbered. He's actually outnumbered now.
Yeah, he is actually outnumbered, because most of these units have like 70 to 100 people left in them. There's a couple with like 138 there, and that one had like 111, but most of them... Oh, that one's actually pretty healthy, 153. But most of them are about 70 to 100, yeah.
He's clear. He's done. Yeah, I don't blame him. However, you guys are starting to shred him now over here. You've reformed your lines.
And the artillery is coming right here.
Also, if I was him, I wouldn't form up and shoot. They have to get into a charge. That's their only hope.
I know. They could have pulled back all the way to like right here and made us charge into them. And my artillery still would have hit them, of course. But this way that I'm shooting like down their line, I get so many more hits than if I'm shooting like straight into the line. So
that's also another
they
thing.
put themselves in a really bad position for this. Yeah, they did not have to push this far up. I don't know why they chose to. It's honestly, it feels like a chaotic move where he's like, I want to push for annihilation. We're like, but why? We have luck.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, he's like, oh, wow, this might go bad for us. I'm like, please don't say that. This was your idea.
You said that?
Chaotic when he pushes out for annihilation victories, and then it starts to turn bad on us because we push out too far. It's like, oh, it's starting to go bad. I'm like, no, please no. Oh, this Abel's Florida does fucking work. They were 55 guys, but I shit you not, they took out at least one regiment down here. I'm not sure which one it was, but they took out at least one regiment down here.
What even unit are they? No. What do you mean they took out one?
It was probably already happened before this. It was probably one of these guys that's retreating here. But they took out one of them. They're buck and ball units, and I pushed them right into their face, and the first volley like melted the guy on the edge.
Wow.
Buck and ball at close range is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, you guys do seem to still be losing. I don't think you guys can come back. No way. Actually, saying that though, look at Chaotic. His men are literally able to push right now. Let's go to Chaotic. Let's see Chaotic.
I was gonna say, he still has a lot more force than you would think. He's just kind of been building up his stamina, getting back to fresh.
He's literally just sat back and waited. Even they've literally sat in the woods. They both refreshed. His whole army looks fresh. It looks like it's just a small unit army, which half of his army was already small. Most of that's actually kind of fresh. Let's see the casualties, Olympia. What are their casualties like? Yeah, someone's down to 60. It just looks like NT Total War 3 units.
It does. They're so tiny.
Like, you got the small NTW3 units, and then you got the larger one. Oh god.
I don't know who it was that was lost, but
your enemies have actually exposed all of the points as well. Like they really need to just form up, fight.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I noticed they weren't really like any kind of like real battle line at this point. It was like Stella pushing me over there on that side. Head to Dead kind of supported Stella, but most of his forces actually stayed back in these woods and just like chilled in the rear. And
Yeah.
then obviously, Sixth Corps over here just got depleted and it was gone. And then now all of these are pushing this way.
Yep, obviously.
Pushed up their like last remaining central artillery piece onto the hill.
Yeah. There's not much to talk. There's not much to talk about right now, anyway, because it's just a sit back fight. You're holding, they're holding. Everyone's just making their last ditch defense to win.
There we
They're
go.
gonna try win by points.
Here we go.
Oh, that's beautiful. And the unit's already broken.
It's time. There's like 6 minutes left. All right, Clue. In just a minute, we're gonna have to have a look at the end of this map and see how everything looks.
Or it is, yeah.
Well, we're also gonna have to determine lock. Like I said, we weren't able to fully figure it out, so we gotta see exactly how this thing turns out. Holy shit, it's going well for him. The artillery softening him up in these woods beforehand. I mean, he's just as small as Chaotic is. Like, oh no, he's got like two of them that are still 130 with some decent size, but
Oh god, all their units just broke.
mm-hmm.
That's horrific. Oh, but Chaotic's have it as well. Everyone's breaking. Everyone's like, fuck this.
Yeah. Everyone on both sides is just like, nah, I'm good.
They've still got the points, though, technically. They've still got the majority of points, technically.
Chaotic still has a couple guys back here. Second had to pull all of his guys away to help.
And this guy, and whoever this is, they're just trying to
Stella
hold you,
is
isn't it?
finally, like, look at this. This guy just recovered from almost breaking. This one's in the about to break. Hey, look, those Abel's Florida are back. Go do it. Go clap them. Clap cheeks. These guys
That's
both
what you were
broke.
saying
That
about.
one broke. Like, look, this one's about to break. Oh, yeah, there we go. 4 in a row.
They still hold the points, though. Did they send those skirmishes to try and get your artillery and then realize it wasn't going to work out?
Well, they were shooting it, but they could only shoot like one of them. So they ended up getting kind of like fucked up. So like, never mind.
Yeah.
They backed up.
Chaotic's trying to get the point, though, so they don't hold that 2 point. If Chaotic wins, you gets that point, you guys. That 1 point of yours, though, is contested. They still win, I think.
Your men have been routed, sir.
Oh, why'd you charge Olympia? Why? It's just chaos now.
Because
It's lines running around. trying
All
to
of
do
these
whatever.
guys are about to get fucked on by artillery. These guys are about to lose in their melee. Stella tried to pull them back instead of stand the ground. 2nd Florida Battalion. Push! Push!
Yeah.
And then left wing, coming to save the day. General Jackson. Oh, sorry. Major General Jackson. I'm sorry. Let me give him the respect that he is due. Major General. There's almost nothing left.
Yeah. Just chaos.
A unit has grown weary, sir.
Yeah. This literally just there's nothing left though. You've won. You guys have actually no, they've won. They've actually won Olympia. They're literally running back to hold the points. Yeah, but at this rate, everything's just done. You guys have secured the win.
This 1st North Carolina actually manages to break this 4th Vermont right at the last second.
Yeah.
Which means that in the end, since this is all the units that's left, we have this.
They broke chaotic though. They did break chaotic.
Yeah.
I see what you mean by tight, but points wise, I think they've secured the win. Long term, you guys will win due to artillery. They literally have to rush up that hill for that artillery. Yeah, you guys have won.
Not only that, I mean,
it's
left
over.
wing coming across, left wing still has far more forces than anyone left over here.
Yeah.
And I mean, 4th and 5th is dissolving while they try to retreat and reform. And I still have units coming in at their flank. Left wing is coming dead in on the remnants of them. Like, we have our one and this one. Then at the end,
Yeah.
the argument to be made is how far back does Stella fall before this ends? Because, yeah, no, I don't think she falls any farther. Because we've kind of got them, like, wrapped up here. We've kind of got them.
It's left actually. Like you guys went down to the hour.
Went down to the very, very end.
Yeah.
20 seconds remaining.
Jesus. Yeah, I do think that they've won. They've won. They've got the points held.
A unit has grown weary, sir.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Oh my god. All of those losses. Oh, let me go back to the battle results. Back.
Real quick.
Back.
He wanted, there we go. 500 kills off those two. Another almost
Olympia back. I want to see battle
400.
results. I want to see everyone's kills.
Jesus, I'd say altogether my artillery got about 1,100 kills, 1,000 kills, a little over. Yeah.
Brutal.
Absolutely brutal. Now, I mean, look at it. They had about 2,000 more men than us.
Ow.
Yeah. They did absolutely phenomenally. It ended in a draw. It was a great match. I loved every second of it. It was a ton of fun. Back and forth, a lot of movement, a lot of give and take, advances and retreats. The artillery was insane. The new regiments are interesting. I think some tweaks might need to be made in a couple of places, but you know they are already planning a patch, so I do look forward to that.
Yeah.
Cold Front and group have done a great job though once again with this update, and I had a ton of fun playing with all of the people as always. Thank you, Clue, for coming along and checking it out.
No problem.
always love having someone to soundboard off with in these videos. As always, I will have links down below for Chaotic's channel, since he was my partner in this battle. I will have one for Clue's channel, since he helped comment with me. And I will have one for the Discord for the mod as well. So if you want to check out this mod, if you want to play it with us, of course you got to sneak that in there. If you want to play the mod with us or with anyone else in the community, make sure you follow one of those links and check out the Discord community where the mod can actually be found. Until next time, though, as always, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment if you enjoyed, if you like, if you want to see more videos of ACW battles and like this. This was crazy. I hope to do more very, very soon. All right. Peace.
Yeah. See you guys.